So read that from Shema. Jeremiah 12, 14. Hey.
So Jeremiah 12, verse number 14.
Jeremiah what?
12,
Okay, 14.
verse number 14. Thus saith the Lord against all my evil neighbors.
So what God talking about? The Most High is talking about all his evil neighbors. Huh? Read on.
That touched the inheritance which I have caused my people Israel to inherit.
So everything that the Most High caused us to inherit was what? The land. So now the Most High said, everybody around the land is what? Evil. And they his neighbors. Read on.
Behold, I will pluck them out of their land and pluck out the house of Judah from among them.
So you see that? So that to show you Israel could not be a land. And now the Most High is saying, when pluck Judah from all the land and Israel from wherever they scattered. Huh? Read on.
It shall come to pass, after that I have plucked them out, I will return and have compassion on them.
And that's what we're praying for now. Right? Read on.
And will bring them again, every man to his heritage, and every man to his land.
So you see that? So the Most High said, he will bring us to our land, not America or England. So I know a lot of you there, you think America and England put those people there, so you think they are the true Israelites, children of Israel. No, they're not. The Most High said, he's going to bring us to our land and to our heritage. My prayers go with you, brothers.
It shall be well.
It shall be well. It shall be well. Right? Read on.
And it shall come to pass, if they will diligently learn the ways of my people.
So what the Most High said, if the wicked neighbors will what? Diligently learn what?
The ways of my
The
people.
ways of us. Read on.
To swear by my name.
To do what?
To swear by my name.
So they have to praise YAHAWAH, YAHAWAH and him only. Right? Read on.
The Lord liveth, as they taught my people to swear by Baal.
So you see, who teach you to praise Jesus? Who teach you to praise Allah? Say what the Most High said, just like how they teach us to praise all these gods. But when they teach us to praise this God, how did they teach us to praise this God? Kill us. They murder us. And because what they do with the Native Americans, the ones that the elders, when they went to the elders and give them Jesus and the Native American rebel, what they did, they burned them. They catch a fire and then just light them, burn them. So the people will worship Jesus automatically. See what the Most High said? They teach us to worship Baal. Right? Read on.
Then shall there be those in the midst of my people, but if they will not obey.
So you see, so when they swear by the name of YAHAWAH or YAHAWAH, that's when they will get what? Blessing. But this is when we're in the kingdom, brothers and sisters. This is not now. Right? Verse 17.
But if they will not obey, I will utterly pluck up and destroy that nation, saith the Lord.
So hear what the Most High said. If that nation don't obey, the Most High saying, when I pluck up that nation, and he will what?
Destroy.
He will destroy that nation. So this is what the nation have to do. They have to diligently praise the God of Israel and praise the people of Israel. Huh? So get me verse 16 or 1. Jeremiah 16 verse 1. Huh?
Jeremiah 1 verse number 16.
Jeremiah 16, what translation?
Jeremiah 16.
Huh? I said Jeremiah 16, 1, sir.
Of Jeremiah chapter 16 verse number 1. The word of the Lord came also unto me, saying, Thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place.
So why would the Most High tell Jeremiah that? So just imagine the Most High tell Zawan that, don't take a wife. Don't have no children in this place. You'd rebel against it, right? Because when the Most High tell Jeremiah this, what was coming up on Israel? Who was coming? Who am I? Nebuchadnezzar was coming. Because guess what? This same reading go for your fathers in Africa. Do you know that? Do you know even here, I might have biological brothers and sisters sitting here right now? Because you see, all the way you all treat us, you all don't know we far away from you. So that's why we cannot treat you no way. Because we remember the father there. If the father have a 1-year-old baby, would they took that 1-year-old baby? No. But would they sell the 14 and the 15-year-old baby? 14 and 15-year-old boy or girl? They would. But you see how we look at things? You all don't look at things like that. Because the Most High is not confusing. Just like Moses and Aaron. What did the Most High tell Moses? Don't worry, Aaron is coming to meet you. So Moses ran away, can? And right after, who else ran away? Aaron ran away too. So the Most High never set it for Moses to meet back Aaron in Egypt. They met back in the wilderness and they get a plan and Aaron have to go and talk to the elders. Because Moses could not speak the Hebrew language fluent. Do you see? So some of us here, we are biological, you will test some of us, and we have the same blood type. We're biological brothers and sisters. Because a war was in the hospital. What take place at war? Shamaki was there. They said they charge him more based upon because we're foreigners. I look at the man and I said, do you know that racist? He said, yes, I know, but that's what it is. Didn't he say that? Do you take a picture of him? Yeah. He said we get a bill based upon because we're foreigners. Do you know I never see that discrimination yet in my life?
Never know that.
And I've been to hospital many places.
Yeah, absolutely.
I remember one Saturday night at the school, after sunset we used to grill fish and eat. And when I eat fish, a bone went to my throat. So what I did, you know we eat bananas and bread. So I pushed my hand to my throat, so I scratched my throat. So this was my first visit to a doctor hospital in America.
For this case, if the authority heard it about it, he will be arrested.
I don't believe it, Deacon.
Sir, it's true.
So make we make the authority hear about it then. Because our get a bill captain, he wasn't here. And he spent 5 days in the hospital and he spent more than 5,000 CDs. And when he get the bill, they said to him, the only reason he get this bill because he's a foreigner. You have to pay more.
So they did that to me. It's normal here. They are thieves.
So when on the bill and the receipt, we still have a picture of the receipt. They said they charge him for observation of his kidney. That was 2,000 CDs.
Yes.
So we asked him, who you tell that you was observing his kidney? They said when he come, in kidney was 55 and he's supposed to be 60. So we said, no, we're not paying this. So when we went to the office, myself and Mayana went to the office. When we went in the office, we tell the man, we said, what's this? The man said, when you come to the hospital, if your hand hurting you, they will put 3 things, your hand, your head, and your nose. So when they're billing you, they will charge you for the most expensive one, regardless. They don't work on your head and your nose. So they take 1,000 CDs off it. I never see, listen. So when I went to America, the doctor was from Nigeria. So what they did, they do the X-ray. And X-ray in America is free. You don't have to pay for X-ray. So they did an X-ray to see if the bone is at the throat. So when they did the X-ray, they said there's no bone at the throat. So when I was leaving, the doctor was a Nigerian. He said, I have 2 prescriptions to give me. I look at him and said, do I look crazy to you? I come here and you said nothing wrong with me, you give me a prescription, and I just walk out and leave it. But I never deal with a hospital in America where I have to pay money. Never. We went hospital to Israel too. And they just, only thing they were doing is laughing at us. Because at the time the brother that we took circumcised himself. And they stitched him up and the brother went back to do the Passover. We don't pay 1 shekel. Ghana is the first place I come and see a bank in the middle of the hospital. Keep in mind, I have 2 children born in America. I never pay $1 for one of them to marry. And when they're leaving the hospital, we get blanket, we get the mattress, we get feeding, we get nipple buckle. The mother even get a free breast pump. And I all know I don't pay the hospital 1 red cent for 2 of them. And the first one that born is 13 years old. And when YAHAWAH go there, they say YAHAWAH cannot leave until he pay. So if when I speak to Shara, Shara said, no, I'm prisoner. You understand me? So that is something that even me and my end talk about it days after. Because it was rough on us. So even if we hear no, just because we're American, we cannot pay 1 CD for a bottle of water. We're going to pay 2 or 3 CDs for it. But we, on the other hand, we look at the bigger picture. Because we know some of us directly related. So guess what? If I'm eating fish, everybody eating fish. We're not going to eat no banku and pepper. I'll eat my fish with my pepper. You can eat a banku with fish and pepper. You understand me? Because the most I stress, treat somebody who you want to be treated. Right? So when the most I tell Jeremiah not to take a wife in this place, it's because who was coming? And he was going to come and destroy everybody that was there. And then what would happen to the famine? And remember, in the midst of the famine, they were eating their children. So Al Josiah, we would cook him and eat him. We did it already. Right? Read on.
For thus saith the Lord concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that bred them, and concerning their fathers that begat them in this land.
Read on.
They shall die of grievous deaths.
They shall what?
Die of grievous deaths.
And how many young people dying today in our eyesight? In Chicago, how many people dying on the street of Chicago through guns violence? How many children dying in the entire world today of gun violence? Of we killing our own people? Do you know the genocide against black and black is worse than white and black? We can talk about the white man, but we're killing one another every day. So that's the most I said. Our children was going to die of what? Grievous death. Read?
They shall not be lamented.
And we don't have time to bury them. Like in Ghana, you will have time to bury them. But in America, even funerals, some people can't go. Even in Jamaica, funerals, some people cannot go. I see Kawaka books, my name, Gadar sent a video this week about death and stuff. And I tell him that like when somebody dead, the doctor have to pronounce them dead. You understand me? Because you know there's a lot of people in buried that is not dead. You better know that. A lot of people, they say they're dead and they get up and say, what am I doing here? Because you're just into a consciousness, you're just into a coma. Right? Read on.
Neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth.
And in the time of the siege, Nebuchadnezzar, that fulfilled. Just like it fulfilled in the Gaza today. Right? Read.
And they shall be consumed by the sword, and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven,
Read.
and for the beasts of the earth.
So just imagine in slavery, when the slave died on a slave ship, what the white man did with him? Throw him where? Do you know how much slave they say they throw overboard? Do you know they say more than half a slave died on this journey? Because they said the slaves that went from Africa to America, how many, what number did they give you? Let me see if you all know. Rahash, how many slaves they say they took from Africa in this Atlantic slave trade?
I don't know, but I'm just guessing.
Yes.
900.
900 one. 900 one.
Four ship.
Sit down. John. Aisha, you have it on record. There's a museum in New York, you can go, the Indian Museum, where they have the Dead Sea Scrolls and everything. They tell it. They say it was 12 million slaves that went to the America. And more than half of that died on the journey. So in the West, where the majority of the slaves went in the West? What country? What man? Majority of the slaves went to Brazil. There's only a fraction of them went to America. How many slaves went to Jamaica? 1 million. 1 million went to Puerto Rico. So what country was the second country that got the most slaves apart from Brazil? Brazil was number 1. What country was number 2? What? Australia. How is slave ship reaching? Even they call Australia down under. Do you know how far it is on a ship from here to Australia? When you flush a toilet, you flush like this. Australia toilet flush like this. So what country was the second country that get the most slaves in the Atlantic slave trade? Stop it. Come on, it's bigger than Jamaica. Yeah. What country? No. It was Mexico. Mexico get more slaves than America. And who bring those slaves? The Spanish and the Portuguese. Mexico get more slaves than America. So it's Brazil, Mexico, then America. Right? So just imagine you here have your children. Just imagine now, somebody come to the house and took your mother from you. And you know they're selling your mother into slavery. And there's nothing you can do about it. How those mothers sleep at night? Knowing their children going on a ship and they'll never see that child again. How they sleep for months. When I read the book, the slaves of West Africa, I tell you, the parents, you know what they'll do every April 1st? What the white man call All Fools Day. The white man put name on it for people stop to do it. They used to go and put wreaths on the ship, on the beach. The ancestors in Africa used to do that. They used to go and put flowers, wreath, and the sea every April 1st in remembrance of all the children that went away. But you stopped doing that. But your grandparents was doing that. Until the white man come in and call it April Fool's Day. Everybody believe it's April Fool's Day. Right? Just imagine the closest relative member to you, the one that you love. If you is a father, your child, and you know somebody come and took that child, and you will never see Shamak again. And you know in some way getting treated back. How could you sleep? And you know they might come tomorrow again. So that's what was taking place in the time. Because remember, even Daniel was not immune to slavery. Daniel went to slavery. What about Joseph? Didn't he sell to slavery in Egypt? But one thing none of them never forget themselves and who they were. And they God. He said even when they put Daniel in the lion den, Daniel just started to pray. What faith is that? Just imagine that jet that jump in the yard now. How much of you would disappear from it? And Nebuchadnezzar said when he looked there, Daniel was teaching the lion. Say it 2 times. Say it 3 times. The Bible said Daniel was teaching them. Even when they took Daniel out, Daniel said, hey, you might see me again, okay? Chill. What faith is that? Do we have that faith? That somebody ready to put you in the den of lion, and the only thing you said, when I'm going there, I'm going to start to teach. Right? Read on, Shema.
Thus saith the Lord, enter not into the house of mourning. They that go to lament nor mourn, you mourn them.
So the Most High say in certain dispensation, when Jeremiah, Most High tell Jeremiah, when you see them mourning Jeremiah, guess what you don't do? Don't go. When Zedekiah's 2 sons get killed, could Jeremiah go mourn for them? Remember, they even put him in prison himself. Right? So certain house, we shall not go into mourning with the evildoers. No matter who they are. If they're not keeping the laws of God, what are you going to mourn with them for? When God kill them. The Bible said God is going to kill the wicked. Surely the wicked must die. Right? Read on.
I have taken away my peace from this people.
And the Most High did that with the Babylonians coming in. And the Most High did that when the white man came to the west coast of Africa. The Most High did that when the Arabs came to the east coast of Africa. the Most High peace was not with us. Just like now, we trying to plead back for the peace of the Most High. Right? Read on.
Saith the Lord, even loving kindness and mercy.
And that's what we want back from the Most High. We want love, we want kindness, we want mercy. What about our brothers in Gaza today? Just imagine how they felt in Gaza. That you somewhere, there's no water, there's no food, there's no electricity, and 1,000 bombs gonna drop tonight. And you watch, the entire world is against you. All the leaders came over here, none come to visit you. They still giving your oppressor everything. So our brothers and there, they want love, they want kindness, they want mercy. So that's why we, in our prayer, we have to remember, just like we pray for our brothers and sisters in Niger, in Gabon, in Burkina Faso, in Mali, we pray for our brothers and sisters in Gaza today. Because the only way we can feel it is when something like that happens to us. Because we cannot comprehend that. Because you're free now, right? You can do anything you want. If you want to go to Kumasi, you take a bus. But just imagine, you're in Gaza, you want to go to Egypt, everything is a boat. And they don't have no ferry over there. Because if they have a ferry, Israel might say this is a threat, Israel might just blast it up. Right? Read on.
Both the great and the small shall die in this land.
And that's what take place. Read.
They shall not be buried. Neither shall men lament for them.
Read.
Nor cut themselves.
Read.
Nor make themselves bad for them.
So that's what people used to do. Tattoo. Your mother did, they write your mother name on you. You bald your head, you shave your head. What's going on? Somebody died from you. Even in Jamaica, they still do stuff like that. The Rasta, if the Rasta go to funeral, if the Rasta get locked up by police, when he come out, he cut everything off and start over brand new. Right? Read on.
Neither shall men tear themselves for them in mourning, to comfort them for the dead. Neither shall men give them the cup of consolation to drink for their father or for their mother.
Read.
Thou shalt not also go into the house of feasting, to sit with them to eat and to drink.
So you see what the Most High said? When you see the evildoers keeping their feasts, the Most High said, don't go with them. Because this was a perfect warning to Jeremiah. Because who was doing the feast here? It was Zedekiah, remember? When Enoch went, the Ethiopian went to the king and said, listen, Jeremiah don't have nothing to eat. He said, take some bread and go give it to Jeremiah. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
So the king always going to have food for him to eat. They always been protected. So the Most High was telling Jeremiah, don't marry no woman in this place. When the king call you, do not go. Right? Read on.
For thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, behold, I will cause to cease out of this place in your eyes, in your days,
Read.
the voice of men,
The voice of what?
of men,
So there's no parting will happening. Read.
and the voice of gladness,
Read.
the voice of the bridegroom, and the voice of the bride.
Read.
It shall come to pass, and thou shalt shew these people all these words,
Read.
and they shall say unto thee, wherefore hath the Lord pronounced all this great evil against us?
Read.
Or what is our iniquity?
What is your what?
Iniquity.
So when you tell a black man, no, like, listen man, when the black man will ask you, why are we suffering so much? In Africa, we have so much resources, but where are we at? And the picking list. Right? They ask you, they say, show us your sin. Read on.
Or what is our sin that we have committed against the Lord our God?
Read.
Then shalt thou say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me.
What the Most High said?
Your fathers have forsaken me.
And what did our fathers did? Literally. Our fathers forsake the God of Israel. Right? Read.
Saith the Lord, and have walked after other gods, and have served them,
Read.
and have worshipped them,
Read.
and have forsaken me,
Read.
and have not kept my law.
So you see that? The Most High said when they ask you, why did we so poor? Because our father did everything that God tell him not to do. Our father served false God. Our father served other gods. Right? Read on.
And ye have done worse than your fathers.
What the Most High said?
Ye have done worse than your fathers.
So what's your iniquity? What's your sin? Because now the Most High said, whatever you do, it's worse than what your father have done. Look at that. That's why today I was telling you, man, before independence, the people in Ghana, have you Googled it? Have you gone on YouTube to check the videos? Ghana in 1950s. Okay? We have some rebels here. I tell them specifically what to do. See?
The other two.
Hmm?
He did the other two.
They did the other two.
Idi Amin and the one.
So how many Jews did Idi Amin run from Uganda? Huh? You said all, right? Why did he run them out? He said they were robbing his country. So when he came to rule, Idi Amin expelled all Jews from his country. That's what the white man will not tell her. That's why they say he was mad and he's a tyrant. But anytime you try to run these white people to land, something wrong with you. Have you ever noticed that? They don't tell you that about him, that when he come in, all the business what they have, he took it from them and gave it to black people. And who was the next one? Germany. What country, yeah, how many people did Germany kill in that year? 24,000 to 100,000 people. And who was running Germany at that time? The Jews. That's why when Hitler came in power, even him was getting rid of them. So in the time of slavery, Germans killed more than 24,000 to 100,000 black people in that year. And at that time, Germany run by Jewish people. But in Ghana, you all say they are God people, right? We say they are Satan children. Can you see the problem is? Most Africans forget history and slavery. We will never forget. So we know how much people Leopold killed in Belgium, over 1 million people. We will never forget. Because the white man have to come and present himself for judgment. And they might not be here, but guess who's coming? Their children. Give me that, 1422, sir. 1421, Isaiah. They might not be here, but somebody has to be tried for judgment. And we don't forget. So you all can be here sleeping on Black history and forget. But we all will never forget. So if it has to do with Black history and the white man have record of it, guess what we're going to do? We're going to find it and we're going to teach black people. Read what you have, sir.
Book of Isaiah 14, verse number 22.
Yes,
Isaiah 14, verse number 21. Prepare slaughter for his children.
what the Most High said they should do?
Prepare slaughter for his
So
children.
are you preparing for that? Just like the Most High said prepare for war. There's another preparation too. The Most High said prepare slaughter for his children. For what reason?
For the iniquity of their fathers.
For what they've ever worked their father do on this earth. We must prepare that for their children. Read.
But they do not rise,
They do not rise up again.
nor possess the land.
Nor do what?
Possess the
Look,
land.
they're going to Palestine. Look what they do with Palestine. Read.
Nor fill the face of the world with cities.
They fill the earth with what?
Cities.
So you see, if the Most High give just judgment, brothers and sisters, every judgment is what? Is just. The Most High is not partial. Right? Give me Revelation 1, verse 1, sir.
Revelation chapter 1, verse number 1.
Mm-hmm.
The revelation of YAHAWAH
Read.
which God gave unto him, to shew unto his servant things which must shortly come to pass.
Read on.
And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John.
So you see that? So the word revelation means the revealing of the Yahushua. And the Most High sent the angel and revealed everything to who? To John. Right? Read on.
Who bear record of the word of God.
What John did?
Bear record of the word of
So
God.
how did John bear record? I am. How did John bear record? Okay then. How did John bear record? Aisha. How did John bear record? Sit. He what? What is this? What you saying? Huh? But he said when it revealed to him, he bear records. How did he bear records? Zaman, how did John bear records? He write it in a book. That's how he bear records. He wrote it in a what? A book. What the word revelation means, Amar? The word revelation, what's it mean? Huh? Rahash, revelation, meaning. I tell you all already.
What?
Zawan.
Sure.
To what?
Sure.
You're close. Awar.
Revealing.
Close. Mayan. Aisha. Everybody say. Huh? Poems. What apocalypse mean? You see him? Yeah? Trying to be smart. Revelation means to disclose. As I said, show, revealing, but the word is disclose. So anything you put to the wrong, you have to use the correct word, disclose. It's close. Didn't I tell someone that you're close when I say show? So revelation means to disclose. Right? So read on, Shama.
Who bear record of the word of God,
Mm-hmm.
and of the testimony of YAHAWAH, and of all things that he saw.
So it'll be a record. So whatever you see, what he did, he wrote it down. Where did they find the book of Revelation? Zamar. The land of what? The island of Patmos. Patmos is an island, not a land. Where do we find the island of Patmos? Didn't I ask that question to you?
Yes.
So if she don't get it, can bill her.
Yes,
Yes.
Greece.
In Greece. The island of Patmos is in Greece. So they'll find the letters of Revelation there. Huh? Read on.
Blessed is he that readeth, he that hear the words of his prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein,
Read.
for the time is at hand.
So you see what the Bible said? Blessed is a man that read and understand and keep what written in the Bible, because what? The time is at hand. So if the time was at hand in the time of John, what is here now? Tell me. If that time when John wrote this, he said the time was at hand. Because after John wrote this, what happened? The killing in Rome, right? Nero was killing, expelling the Israelites from Rome. All those wars and everything happened. And now we're in this time again. Now we have to go back over it because he said the time is what? At hand. Read.
John to the 7 churches which are in Asia,
Read.
grace be unto you, and peace from him which is, and which was, and which is to come.
Read.
From the 7 spirits which are before his throne.
So you see that? So John was speaking to who? When he says 7, it just means completion. So John was speaking to all those Israelite congregation that was where? In Asia. Asia. All over Asia. Right? Read.
And from YAHAWAH, who is a faithful witness, and the first begotten of the dead,
Read.
and the prince of the kings of the earth, unto him that loved us, and washed us from our sins in his own blood,
Read.
and hath made us kings and priests unto God and his Father.
So are we acting like kings? Are we acting like priests? But that's what the Most High want to rule this earth to come, kings and priests. But oh, the brothers and the acting. Read.
To him be glory and dominion forever and ever.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Read.
Behold, he cometh with clouds. Every eye shall see him, and they shall also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him.
Read.
Even so, amen.
So you see that? So Yahushua came with clothes. The clothes represent what? The angels. And he said, all eyes shall see him. And he said, even those that what?
Yes.
So who did pierce him? The Romans, right? So he said, even them gonna do what?
See him.
Everybody will see him. Right? So if everybody will see him, what you think? Are you coming out to give flowers? He's not coming out to give flowers. Is he?
No.
Exactly. So that's why we have to be ready at all what? Times.
Right.
Can? You have to always be ready. Right? Get Zechariah 12:10, sir. And Psalms 22:16.
Zechariah chapter 4, verse number 10. I will pour upon the house of David and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem
Read.
the spirit of grace and of supplication.
Read on.
And they shall look upon me whom they have pierced.
So who are we going to look upon? So when the Old Testament tell us that Christ is not real, ask them who was pierced here. So read that from the top again, sir.
Because Zechariah chapter 4, verse number 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I will pour upon the house of David and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem
Read.
the spirit of grace and of
So the Most
supplication.
I say when put upon us what? Spirit of grace and mercy. Right? Read.
And they shall look upon me whom they have pierced.
So the entire world, that's why I say all men shall see him. So they shall look upon him who they have what? Pierced. Read on.
And they shall mourn for him.
They shall what?
Mourn for him.
So that time some of you are going to feel guilty. You know why? Because you was there saying, crucify him, crucify him. Some of us was there saying, crucify him, crucify him. Right? Read on.
As one mourneth for his only son,
Mm-hmm.
they shall be in bitterness for him.
Read.
As one that is in bitterness for his firstborn.
22:16 Psalms.
For Psalm chapter 22, verse number 16.
Mm-hmm.
For dogs have compiled me.
What David said?
For dogs have compiled
So
me.
who are the dogs that David said compass him? When David said dog compass him, who are the dogs that David said compass him? Read on.
The assembly of the wicked have enclosed me.
The assembly of who?
Of the wicked have enclosed
So
me.
David said the wicked have what?
Enclosed me.
Read on.
They pierced my hands and my feet.
What David said?
They pierced my hands and my feet.
So look who David called dogs, brothers and sisters. Who did David call in dogs here? And David said they what?
Pierced my hands.
So who did pierce Yahushua hands and feet? And what David called him? Look at that. But you call him white man. And when we call him cracker, you think we saying something bad. But the prophets in the Bible call him dog. Huh?
Our brothers.
Yes. But look how the Bible compare them. David called him nothing but dog. So let's see what Yahushua called him. Get me Mark 7, sir. Give me 24. Mark 7:24.
Mark the 7, verse number 24.
Read.
And from thence he arose and went into the borders of Tyre and Sidon.
So Yahushua went down there to Lebanon, to the Golan area. Huh? Read on.
And entered into an house. And would have saying,
And would have no man.
and would have no man know.
So you see that. So Yahushua was so famous. Who is the famousest person in Ghana? Who? Who?
No,
Nana? Nobody, if Nana in our house, who going to look for Nana? So Yahushua was like Michael Jackson. So Yahushua going to the house. So Yahushua said, I go into this house. I don't know what no man know I'm in this house. Do you understand? Right? Read on.
But he could not be hid.
He could not be what?
Hid.
He was too famous, man. You understand me? So Yahushua was all the way down there to Tyre and Zidon. That's the south. That's not the south, that's the north. So it was down there in the border of the Golan area, man. It was far. And he went into a house and he said, Peter, don't tell nobody I'm here. But people know him, he could not be here. Right? Read on.
For a certain woman,
A who?
a certain woman,
Read.
whose young daughter had an unclean spirit.
So you see, when somebody's sick, just like now here they say all these children, what sickness they say is autism. I never know nothing named autism when I was growing up. If I think that I have autism, a horse whipping would make me be a perfect child. Do you understand me? That's why we say we grew up different. When I grew up and it's summertime, all of us boys going to catch bird and we're going to the river. There was none leave back say they have autism. Okay, if you have autism, a horse whipping would make you be a normal child. Just imagine you have bipolar. What is bipolar? Somebody with two personalities. Growing up, I don't know nobody like that. Just imagine you have two personalities. I come in your room, don't fix. I'm whipping your ass, it's two of y'all up there. It should be clean at all times. Not two of you up there. Just imagine you have a child and your child rude and disrespectful and doctor tell you have two personalities. You beat both of them one time. So growing up in the late 70s, early 80s, I don't know nobody like this. All of a sudden they have all these sickness. But see this certain woman now, her daughter have unclean spirits. So her daughter have what? Demons! So if you have a child in your house and he has schizophrenia, if he's hearing voice, he's hearing demons. Bring him to the church, Captain will pray for you. I remember my brother came to Jamaica, you know, and he have schizophrenia. And Pastor Dag said, hey, that's why you don't tell him. I beat demon out of people in Jamaica, you know. Because don't come there and mash up everything on the table and tell we are two personalities. Are you hearing voices? We don't work like that. It's a demons. Right? So the Bible said the woman's daughter was sick because she had an unclean spirit. Read?
Head of him and came and fell at his feet.
So this woman came and fell at whose feet? See that? Come to Yahushua, all that labor never laid it, right? And buried his son, right? So the woman came and dropped at Yahushua's feet. Read?
The woman was a Greek.
The woman was what?
Was a Greek.
What was she?
A Greek.
So the woman was a Grecian. The woman was what? A white woman. Read?
A Syrophoenician by nation.
And when it says Syrophoenician, that's a big word. What that mean? That's the word. That's why I say when they pick up word, pick that out. Syrophoenician. What that means? Although she was a Greek, she has citizenship of Canaan. She was an alien. Because when they read that quote, it says she was a Canaanite. She was from the land of Canaan. But she only has citizenship in Canaan. Do you understand? Just like some of you go to England and have citizenship in England. But they still going to call it African, no matter what, right? So that's why Mark right here says she was a Greek woman with citizenship in the land of Canaan. Right? Read on.
And she besought him that he would cast forth the devil out of her daughter.
So she was begging, besought somebody means. She was begging Yahushua, please Yahushua, cast this demon out my daughter. It wasn't schizophrenia, it wasn't bipolar, it wasn't autism, it was none of these sickness. So she was besoughting Yahushua to cast the demons out of what? Her daughter. Read on.
But Yahushua said unto her, let the children first be filled.
Look at that. Yahushua said, let the journey win and the true children first be what?
Filled.
Meaning be comfort. Be healed. Read.
For it is not meet to take the child's the children's bread and to cast it onto the dogs.
Look at that. So did Yahushua just call this white woman a dog too? Yahushua said, I comfort the children of Israel. It's not right for me to take the blessing what the children of Israel should get and give it to who? It's not my place. Look at that. So why the pastors are not reading this in the church? Read on.
And she answered and said unto him, Yes, Lord. Yet dogs under the table eat of the children's crumbs.
Look at that. She admits to be a dog. She said, I'm a dog under the table. So whatever drop off for the children of Israel, let it catch me. Read.
And he said unto her, For this saying,
For what?
For this saying.
So that's why they have to humble themselves. For she was humble and admit she was a dog. Read.
For this saying, go thy way. The devil is gone out of thy daughter.
Read.
And when she was come to her house, she found the devil gone out, and the daughter laid up in the bed.
Look at that. So when David tell her that dog come past him, who was the dog David was talking about? So you see our ancestors refer to the white man. It's only we praise him. Does the Arab love him? Does the Chinese love him? No nation love him except us. We go into his war, we die for him, we fight for him, we fight for equal rights for him, everything for him. And he treats us the worst. Because that's what the dog do. Anybody feed the dog, that's who the dog following, right? Read on.
And again, departing from the coast of Tyre and Sidon, he came unto the sea of Galilee,
Read on.
through the midst of the coast of Decapolis.
Read.
And they bring unto him one that was deaf, and had an impediment in his speech.
So he have an impediment, he could not speak straight. Could not speak, you know those stammer people? Hard said. Right? Read.
And they bring unto him one that was deaf, and had an impediment in his speech. And they beseech him to put his hand upon him.
Read.
And he took him aside from the multitude,
Read.
and put his fingers into his ears.
Look at that. Yahushua pull him away from everybody. And what Yahushua did? Put his finger in his what?
Into his ears.
Read.
And he spit and touched his tongue.
He spit and touches what?
Tongue.
Read.
And looking up to heaven, he sighed and saith unto him, Ephata, that is, be open.
To be what?
Open.
So why would Yahushua speak Hebrew there? Ask yourself that question. Why would Yahushua speak Hebrew there? Because as the angel singing Hallelujah, everything up there is Hebrew. So that's why in the Apocrypha, he said words that utter the Hebrew is more what? Powerful than what we say in any other language. Right? Read on, Jamal.
And straightway his ears were open, and the stranger of his tongue was loosed,
Read.
and spake plain.
Read.
And he charged them that they should tell no man.
Read.
But the more he charged them, so much the more a great deal they published it.
So we know that's why we know these people are niggers. That's why we know, this is one of the scriptures we know these people are black. Especially the black woman. Can she keep her mouth? Don't tell the black woman no secret tonight. It's going to die. So the more Yahushua tell them, keep quiet, is the more they talk. Right? Read?
And were beyond measure astonished, saying, He hath done all things well. He maketh both the deaf to hear and the dumb to speak.
So even now, it's a lot of our people, it's the sicknesses on them now. So as we always said, when Yahushua came then, he was rebuking evil spirit out of people. Even today, the same evil spirit is back here today. They're coming in back in numbers. Do anybody know what the CERN is? CERN. What is CERN? C-E-R-N. When you get a chance, look into the CERN. Right? They say something that it's a radio electric.
Yeah.
They have it in Belgium. They talk about it from the 90s. And they say he saw what he did. He let out a lot of demons where they were trapped with that certain thing. If you go on YouTube now, you'll see they say spirit and voice.
Yeah.
Because one spirit that they say Esau let out is who? Anybody know? Kali. And Kali, they say, is a killing demons. So they say from Kali come out the demons. And if you see that thing, they say even Madison Square Garden have the color of Kali when he came out. So that's why you see all these people doing song along the tongue, the Beyonce, the Cardi B, all of them. That's what they're using. But look at the thing when they're concerned. What the white man trying to do, he's trying to chop into another entity. Go, my brother. Israel. Go.
Didn't the Pope recently just start hiring exorcists?
Yes, the Pope, because even, all right, what state in America have the highest rate of exorcists? Name the state. What state you think in America have the highest rate of exorcism? And we don't go and look it up tonight. Because Esau be doing exorcism on a higher level, brothers and sisters. New Jersey. They say New Jersey have the highest case of exorcism. Because the Pope was hiring people that knew to cast out demons. So did he hire the pastor in Ghana? Because these pastors in Ghana call Jesus specifically, right? So they can't cast out demons. Or when you get a chance, go on Google, YouTube and type in exorcism in the Vatican. And you will see that these Pope is some top demons, man. Because they have a show that came out, a baby in the 90s named Sting Martha. Whoever watched that movie? That's when we come in the truth in the 90s, so we have to learn about. You remember Sting Martha, right? The woman write everything on her in ancient Hebrew. Cut her skin, ancient Hebrew. And this was a show came out in the 90s. It was a scary movie. And she did everything in ancient Hebrew and write it on her and said, this is who coming back for you. And it was YAHAWAH. So go on YouTube, maybe Netflix. Maybe Netflix don't have it, but YouTube will. And watch that movie, Sting Martha. If you want to be scared for the rest of your life, and you will see something. Even that movie, what they call it? With the scary woman. It came out in the 60s, man. When the woman put her head round for the first time, that girl, you all forget her. They said when they did that, it was a spell they put on her to do that. So from she did that movie, she mad. She messed up ever since. You understand me? What that show name? It came out in the 60s, Israel. Right? What the hell it name, man? When the girl he spit the green thing at the man, you know that movie, what? When he in the bed and he said, priest, I know you want me. And he spit the big thing of coal on the priest. Boom. They said that was a true story too. And then there's a next one on Netflix named The Exorcism of Emily Rose. That was the one that scared me. Now when I watched it, it was years ago. Years, about 2000. And they tell you that the hell door open 3 o'clock every night. So when the demons come out, the demons just have a hour to do what they have and go back to hell. Listen, brother, when I watch this movie, every time I wake up, I look at the clock, it's 3 o'clock. Huh? Listen, man. When after watching that movie, because you see, movie can captivate you, like spirits. So when I watch it, I was into it so good, man. So even the priest that was trying to do the exorcism, the police ended up locking him up, man. And when you come 3 o'clock, you just hear something start to knock on his cell. Drawing on his cell, come right down, man. And when I go to bed, I used to even hear things was dropping in the kitchen and I'll go to places. I don't know if it was my mind or something, but that happened for like a good year or 2, man. You understand me? Because you see, when you watch a movie, you can watch any movie, but when you find out that the movie is a true story, and you think something like this happening in somebody's house, that's the time you question your faith. And say, Most High, keep me far from these demons, Most High. Keep me far from it. Can you remember the disciples them trying to cast demons out somebody and they could not? And Yahushua have to come and rebuke that demons, and the disciples them say, oh, we could not. Because you see the spiritual realm, some of you have higher position than some of the spirits. So some of you can control those spirits. But if you book a spirit that is higher than you know,
I think I talked to Kuwan about this before. Here you guys deal with more spirituality, but in America now they don't deal in spirituality or the blood that they have shed. A lot of places are harmful. It's now migrated to the point that now you have not Christian or evil groups growing up, but now you have Christian groups doing paranormal.
yeah, a lot of them do
Testing.
that. Because they're witches anyway. Because some of them, they'll tell you they can't get to talk to somebody in the dead and all that. If you try to talk to somebody in the dead, it's not the person that you know you're talking to. You do know that, right? And they say they want somebody to invite them in. So that's why Yahushua said, resist the devil and the devil will flee. But demons is real, man. Demons is real something, man. You have to be really smart, man, not to someone's end. Just like Solomon, when they read the testimony of him, they say Solomon was using them for time. He could control them. And even in the Jewish Talmud, he tell you that. But the Bible never give no records of it, so I would not base on it, that Solomon still fall. So if he did have so much control over them, why make them use it? He was worshiping false God, didn't he? You understand me? But this paranormal activity is big in America now. But remember Sandy Hook? The man take a gun and go kill what? 170 children? Who you take a gun to kill so much people? And they shut down that school from that day until now. Nobody go back to that school. So just imagine you have to spend a night in that school. Imagine that. You understand me? That's why they have this other movie too came out. What the movie name, man? It started with C. It was the last one was in England. Coventry. What the hell is the name, man? Conjure. Conjure. Who watched part 2? Because when they have part 2 and the woman see the vision in her dream, what she keep asking the demon is, what is your name? What is your name? And what did the demon say her name is? Who remember? Whatever the demon said the name is, because you're not supposed to mention, I just want to see. When you read the book of Enoch, it says mention no demon's name. That's why Exodus tells you, don't mention the name of false God. Can you keep mentioning them, they'll come. The name starts with a V, I know it. But when I Google the V and say, what's this demon rank? They say that demon was number 3 to Satan. Yeah. They say even a house in England, nobody, that was 1968, nobody don't even live on that empty and black until this day. You understand me? Don't mention the name of demons. If they come, what you going to do? How you going, can you control them? You know people in Jamaica say they capture demons and they put them in a bottle. When they put them in a bottle, what they do with it or what? So when we go to the seaside and see a bottle, what we don't do? We never open a bottle. That's a custom in Jamaica. If you go to the bottle and into the beach and see any bottle, we will never open it. And the people them say they trap demons in there and they get the genie from that thing too. Where they rub their side and all this stuff. So when we see a buckle on the beach, we never open it. That's how we grew up, and we just, as I say, it can be superstition, but I will never know. I just leave it as it is. Go.
Into Israel. I've been hearing something, a friend of mine told me that they've been sending, I guess Israelis are sending out, making in a dye box, some dye box or something.
Yeah, they do that.
They're sending to people.
Yeah, they do.
Who are actually opening and relinquishing whatever's inside.
Yes, because that's why when we go, we set apart. And they will send a gift. Every hotel that go in Israel give a gift. Do you know that? Did you get a gift at the hotel at the outset? So you see, so certain gift you get, you have to examine it. You don't take it, that's why the most I said, gift destroy the heart. They love to give. You understand me? If you go there today and go to a hotel, depends on the one you go, they're going to give you a gift. What people giving black people give? And what did they give you? Yeah. They give you stuff. If anything otherwise than that, you throw that in away. You understand me? Because just like they show you that movie that who did, Denzel Washington, Deja Vu, where they say somebody can touch you and pass all that demons to you. So that's why the white man have this tendency of shaking hands. We don't shake hands. Because demons can destroy your whole life and soul. And even in that movie, show you that when the demon left the man, what animal did the demon went into?
Pigs.
No, the cat. The demon went into the cat, and the white woman go pick up the cat. Hey, kitty, 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 kitty. So just imagine you go pick up that white woman now. And YAHAWAH tell you, if an animal come and buck you, if your animal stroll against you, you must kill it. It's a demon in it. Your dog bite you, you must kill it. You have a goat, he buck you, the most I say kill it and throw it away. It's a familiar spirit entering. So even animal familiar spirit can enter too. So that's why it's of importance we even eat our own animal that we cater for. Because we know how it go, we know what they go through, we know everything. If somebody have a bad animal, that's what they go and kill and sell it, right? Yeah, so everything, that's why we have to bless our food, man. Because the only thing going to make us survive is pride. Because our ancestors were farmers. How much of us are farmers today? Just imagine we live in a life where everything that we need, every necessity that we need, we have to buy. How can you ever have money? If you need a pants, you have to buy. If you need a shirt, you have to buy. If you need soap, you have to buy. If you need water, you have to pay for it. You need light, you have to pay for it. You understand me? How somebody going to survive with that? And keep in mind, one man survived at 400 years of free labor. We get 400, so he's 400 years ahead of us. Because a lot of people don't know, even in America today, if you go to buy a house, and the white man go to buy a house, you're paying 8% more interest than you. Y'all never know that, right? Nobody never tell you that, right? Even if you buy a car, you and the white man will buy the same car, you're paying 8% more interest than me. So you think America is this, America is that. And I bet, I guess Europe have the same philosophy too. That black people doing better well in America than in Europe. You understand me? So yeah, so the world is not balanced. So you have 400 years of free labor ahead of us. Ghana is the first black country to gain independence, right? 1957. How old is Ghana? 61. How much? How old is Ghana, Cap?
63, 64.
63. The oldest black country is 63 years old. How old is your mother and father? Think about it. The oldest black country is either 63 or 64. What we know? 21.
23.
Right? So the oldest black country, 57,
64
is
years.
64 years, right? So just imagine that. How old is your grandfather? Is he still alive? He's dead, right? So the oldest, so your grandfather older than the oldest black country. So you see what the struggling that we have? Compared to somebody with 400 years of free labor and everything is easier for them. Because you see, the American system and the African system, it's so wrong. Because in Africa, we use credit to do business. Do you know what credit is? If you say, for instance, you owe a lot of bill, you cannot get a house to rent. If you have bad credit in America, Canada too, right? You cannot get no house to rent. So say, for instance, you live here, and the landlord put it on your credit score that you're owing 2-3 months rent. If you don't pay it off the same month or within days, that one your credit score, so everywhere you're going to apply for something to rent, they look up that score. So if you're going to rent a house or a room, say it's a 1-bedroom you're sharing in America, the first thing they're going to check is your credit score. If your credit score is not, say, 650 and up, you will never get that room. You're going to live with your mother forever and ever and ever. They don't matter what work you do or anything. They're checking your credit score. Just like you're buying a car. Your credit score depends on how much you will pay for that car per month. But I think if they do that in Ghana, it will be better off for a lot of people. You understand me? 'Cause a lot of people don't know, a lot of people have good credit. You understand me? Nobody here have bad credit. Everything is a cash system. So I think if they come in just like a phone, you have good credit, you get the phone free. You don't pay for the phone, your entire credit messed up. You have good credit, you go to the car dealership, you drive out a car free. But what they'll do, you have to pay for the car every month, like a lease. You don't pay for it, your entire credit destroyed. So I think that would be a system to work in terms of how Africa is today, in terms of betterment for the younger generation. Some parents destroy their children's credit. That's a big thing over there. A lot of parents, every children they have a social security number. So they apply for things in their children's credit and never pay. So the children grow up have a bad credit automatically. You know some people that happen. Yeah, it's a big thing in our community. So say for instance, Makeda destroy her credit, take all kind of stuff, don't pay. She have her daughter now. Her daughter have her social security. She can't use her daughter credit. Then she don't pay. The daughter is 8. When she reach 18 and to do her own stuff, she have nothing. Because the mother destroy her credit. So that's a big thing over there today. So like for my children, them thing, everything that they have to do that themselves. You understand me? But here you have no, you just live and everything cashless. That's a social. Everybody have one. I have mine too. You have, everybody have that. So when you have a child in the hospital, as soon as you register your child, they give him a number. So you get your child social, so you keep that. So you won't give it to your child until the child is 18. He's an adult now, he can go about his business. So when the child go to buy a car, only thing the child needs is that social security. Like he gonna buy a car now, social security. He gonna buy a phone, what's a social number? So say for instance the phone, iPhone 14, $1,000, right? If his social have good credit, they say no, we give you the phone for free, just pay the bill. If his credit is bad, oh, we have to pay every red cent for it right now. So that's how that credit system works. The same thing in Canada, man. You don't have that in Canada.
We have the credit system in Canada. But the way they have it is that every time you go to get a loan or anything,
Yeah.
they have to look it up.
Yes, and every time they look it up, guess what happens? Every time they run a credit, guess what happens?
It goes down.
You lose points.
If you look, you don't lose points.
Every time somebody run your credit, you lose points. So they have that system here. That would suit Africa. You understand me? A system like that would suit you all in Africa. Because you will teach your responsibility and you will teach you have privilege. But the difference is how you use your privilege. So somebody who could tell if you work this or not. Because if you destroy your credit and your children's credit, you're a worthless person. Do you understand? That's how I see it.
Credit system in America, you got like people like Trump right now who have taken out loans for millions.
And don't
His
pay.
credit score is supposedly high, but the dude's like, he's got all these scams going on. He's lied about his entire life. And he's
Not
got
him alone.
millions, so the credit
Not him
system is
alone.
completely backward. It's only used against black people and say you play nice, I'll give you something. But everybody else is not playing
But
nice.
if we be honest though, like people don't know how to use it. Yeah. You're going to the bank in America now. How much loan do you try to get? Honest question. How much loan? If you go to a bank today, stop the phone, Zawan.
Stop me, please.
Stop it. You go into a bank today, Cap.